The month of May is here, and that means it's time to once again break down all of the new PlayStation 4 game releases and decide on which ones are worth your money right away and which ones you'd be better off waiting on a sale for or skipping altogether. I'll try to assess the big game releases, and then I do also want to mention some games that are going a little bit under the radar at the end of this video, but we won't go super in-depth on those. But nonetheless, as always, let's get started with the games that I would recommend you to buy, and we've got 3 games in that category this month. Kicking things off, we have a re-release in Kingdom Come Deliverance Royal Edition. This is the version of Kingdom Come Deliverance that I was waiting for. I would sometimes hint at the fact that Kingdom Come Deliverance might get a Game of the Year or Complete Edition in the future. And here we have it with Kingdom Come Deliverance Royal Edition. Now, the best part about this is it's coming at the price of $39.99, which is great. And of course, just like with any other re-release and definitive edition or whatever the case may be, Kingdom Come Deliverance Royal Edition will come with all of the previously released content as well as the upcoming DLC pack in a woman's lot. So not only do you get the base Kingdom Come Deliverance game, you get Treasures of the Past, you get From the Ashes, The Amorous Adventures of Bold Sir Hans Capin, and Band of Bastards, and also the Woman's Lot DLC that is an upcoming release. Kingdom Come Deliverance was a great game last year and I recommended it when it was released, but I would be remiss not to mention that the game did have some technical issues at launch. A lot of those, however, have been remedied. Still not a perfect game, but a very compelling historical open world RPG, and $39.99 for all of the content and the base game. For all the content and hours of gameplay you're getting, it is absolutely worth it. But the thing is, while I do say that $39.99 Kingdom Come Deliverance Royal Edition is absolutely worth it, now if you do wait on a sale, say you wait for the Royal Edition to get down to $19.99, okay, then you're getting an absolute steal. And that's a lot of the times what happens with these Game of the Year or definitive editions. We've seen that with games like Final Fantasy 15 Royal Edition. That game released at $50, but now it's readily available for $20, $25, and at that price, it's so easy to recommend. Even with Kingdom Come Deliverance, however, being $39.99, want to give that a recommendation, especially because I know a lot of you guys did miss out on the game, so come May 28th, if you did miss out on it, the Royal Edition is definitely going to be a good buy. Next up is a game that I'm going to be a little bit biased to because I put so many hours on this game on PC, and that is Slay the Spire. That's making the transition to the PlayStation 4 come May 21st, and this is just such a interesting and compelling game, such an addictive game. It combines a roguelike dungeon crawler with a card game, and I know from a surface standpoint, it sounds absolutely ridiculous. How can a roguelike go with a card game? But it does so well. And the thing about it is both of those mechanics, both of the roguelike mechanics as well as the card game mechanics, enhance the overall experience, because when you're going through the game, you're going to be building your deck as you go through the dungeon, and there's a lot of strategy in how you actually build your deck. Do you actually take every card available to you? No, that's probably not worth it because that's actually going to bog down your deck. It's about picking the right cards, creating the right synergy, and that's how you're going to make it the farthest along. This game has received an overwhelmingly positive reception on PC. Metacritic score is top notch. I believe it's at an 89. It is an incredible game, and it is coming at a price of $24.99, so right away at a lower price point, that makes it easier to recommend, but it's a game that you can sink so many hours into. I'm talking north of 100, 200 hours. It's consistent in being updated. They've done a great job of keeping the game fresh. It was early access on PC for quite a while, and then the full release came out back in January. They continue to make it better, and I can't wait to see it finally come to the PlayStation 4 come May 21st. If you're into card games, if you're into roguelikes, or you just want a super interesting and addictive experience, Slay the Spire will definitely fit that bill as it drops May 21st. Next up, this might surprise a lot of you guys that I'm listing this as a buy, but I would say that Team Sonic Racing is a buy if you are into arcade racers. Now, the Sonic Racing games have been relatively good. I know Sonic in general has been really hit or miss, and of course the IP has a lot of attention surrounding it right now because of the announcement and the revelation of Sonic the movie. That looks a little I don't know how to take that. But nonetheless, we're not talking about Sonic the movie. We're talking about Team Sonic Racing, a kart racing game and a spin-off to the mainline Sonic games. And of course, as a kart racer, it's going to see some comparisons to Mario Kart, featuring a lot of the iconic characters from the Sonic franchise. If you want a quality arcade racer, I'm sure that Team Sonic Racing is going to offer that. And best of all, I probably wouldn't have said that this was a buy if it came at a full $59.99, but it's being priced accordingly at $39.99, and I think at that price point, it's a lot more palatable. Also, it's coming from Sumo Digital, who have worked on a lot of racing games. They've worked on some of the past Sonic Racing titles, so I imagine that they'll once again deliver with Team Sonic Racing as it's dropping on May 21st. And again, the key thing here is it is being priced accordingly at $39.99. At a $59.99 price point, would have said to stay away, but at $39.99, if you want a quality kart racer, you're probably going to find that in Team Sonic Racing. Now let's go over all of the games that I would recommend you guys to skip or wait on a sale for, and some of these entries might surprise you a little bit, and let's get started with the elephant in the room. Rage 2 is without a doubt the biggest game release in May, but at a $59.99 price point, and with some concerns that I have, which I'm going to get to in a second, I would say that either wait for the reviews or wait on a sale altogether, and Bethesda games generally have been going on sale pretty quickly these days. I mean, need I point you to Wolfenstein 2 and The Evil Within 2? Those games went on sale literally a month after they came out. Now, that was during the holiday season and Black Friday was right around the corner, but nonetheless, it's not like I'm seeing this overwhelmingly high anticipation for Rage 2, and I don't fully expect this game to be a commercial blockbuster. And what is worrying me about the game right now is, at first I was very excited about id Software and Avalanche Games working on a game together, an open world first-person shooter at that. Avalanche is known for their great open world games. id Software, of course, I don't need to talk about them, but they've got a great FPS catalog, and them coming together to create this open world first-person shooter, that had me very excited, and as I'm seeing gameplay, I am still excited. However, Avalanche has left a lot to be desired with some of their open world outings recently. Just Cause 4, I point to you. Generation Zero left a lot to be desired. I am just a little bit skeptical on Rage 2. It's not like the first Rage game was an absolute home run. It was a good game, but I wouldn't classify it as an excellent game. In the case of Rage 2, I do imagine it's going to be a very good game, but I also imagine it's going to be a game that goes on sale very quickly, and that's why I would say wait for the reviews. And even then, even if it turns out to be a good game like I'm expecting it to, I point to you games like Wolfenstein 2, I point to you games like The Evil Within. Fallout 76 was a complete different train wreck, but nonetheless, all of those Bethesda games in recent memory have gone on sale rather quickly, and I'm expecting something similar out of Rage 2, but it does drop May 14th. Alright, next up, I do want to mention another game that I've been hyping up coming May, and this is a game that I'm going to check out right away, and that's A Plague Tale: Innocence. That's dropping May 14th, same day as Rage 2. Now, why I would say wait on a sale for this one is it is coming at a price of $49.99, so a little bit cheaper than your typical $60 price point. However, it is the first big budget game from Asabo Studio, and their track record in their former games, they haven't worked on anything major. So far, what I'm seeing out of A Plague Tale: Innocence is looking incredibly compelling, but in the case of a game like this, I could really see it going one of two ways. It could be a slam dunk, or it could turn out to be not so great, and in a case like that where there's so much uncertainty, definitely wait on the review, see if there's a sale that could come around. But I could honestly see A Plague Tale: Innocence being something similar to Vampire, being that it's a game that a lot of people weren't seeing coming, but then it released, and then it surprised everyone, and then it retained its price point for quite a while. So if the reviews turn out to be pretty good, and you have a lot of excitement with A Plague Tale: Innocence, then definitely by all means just pick it up for its $49.99 price point, because visually and technically speaking, it does look like a AAA game. It looks to have a compelling narrative, the setting is great. I'm personally excited for it, but I am also a little bit skeptical, and that's dropping May 14th, again, same day as Rage 2. Alright, a couple of other titles I just want to mention quickly, and I think it's a foregone conclusion on why these are wait for sales, but I'll talk a little bit about them anyway, as these are games that you guys might not even know are releasing in the month of May. Sniper Elite V2 is getting a remastered edition. That's dropping May 14th. Now, a remastered Sniper Elite V2 is pretty cool. I actually think this was the best game in the series, but nonetheless, remastered games like this that are priced a little bit higher, they tend to go on sale rather quickly, and unless you're a big fan of Sniper Elite, waiting on a sale for this one is your best bet. For the King is also making the transition to the PlayStation 4 on May 7th. That's a strategic RPG that blends tabletop and roguelike elements in a challenging adventure that spans the realms. This was received pretty well on PC, $19.99 price point. Again, one I would probably wait on a 25 to 50% off discount for at the very least, and then get it at $9.99 to $14.99. That's dropping May 7th. Shakedown Hawaii is a brand new game coming May 7th. This is a really cool game, giving me vibes of a game like Retro City Rampage. Got a great old school look. Maybe one that if you're into those old school no-nonsense games, Shakedown Hawaii might be worth a pickup day one. I want to wait and see how the pricing works out with this title, and then we can make a decision then. That is dropping May 7th. Figment is another really cool PC game making the transition to the PlayStation 4. Been talking about this one a little bit recently. That's coming May 14th, and it's an action-adventure game that invites you to explore a unique, surreal universe filled with music, humor, and a multi-layered narrative. You join Dusty and his ever-optimistic friend Piper on an adventure through the different sides of the mind, seeking to restore the courage. Now, this is the kind of game I could easily see being a PlayStation Plus title down the line, or going on sale rather quickly. That's why I'm saying to wait on it, but it did have a positive reception on PC, something you guys should keep your eyes on. Another PC to PS4 game, Darkwood, is dropping on the PlayStation 4 on May 14th. This kind of falls in line with Figment. This is a horror game. pretty cool premise. I believe it's $14.99 on PC. I imagine it'll be priced similarly on the PlayStation 4. Not a game I would go out of your way to buy day one, but definitely one to add to your wish list and pick up down the line on a sale. Castlevania Anniversary Collection is coming May 16th. Now, if you're a fan of the old school Castlevania games, by all means, pick this up right away. However, the last re-release of the Castlevania games did go on sale relatively quickly. That had Symphony of the Night as well as Rondo of Blood. So I imagine the Anniversary Collection will go on sale pretty quickly as well. But if you want to play those Castlevania titles on the PlayStation 4, the really old ones, then hey, that'll be dropping May 16th, and it is coming at the price of $19.99, so you're getting a couple of games there, and you're getting it for one low price. Everybody's Golf VR is making the transition to PlayStation VR. That'll be coming May 21st. If you've liked Everybody's Golf as an IP, if you have PlayStation VR, might say pick that up day one. Otherwise, if that's just another VR title that you guys have some interest in, I imagine it's gonna go on sale pretty quickly. That's dropping May 21st, and I probably would wait on a little bit of a sale. Observation is a game that personally has my interest. That's coming May 21st. When I look at Observation, this is the type of game I see and I'm like, man, this could really be a PlayStation Plus game sometime in the future. When you look at some of the recent Plus offerings, Observation really falls in line with the offerings we've gotten recently. That's why I'm saying waiting on a sale for, or even wait until that's a PlayStation Plus game, because I can very, very well see that, but a pretty compelling space sci-fi game, and one that definitely has some potential. We've got another PlayStation VR title in Blood and Truth. This looks to be a pretty big budget PlayStation VR game as well, so I have some interest in it. It is coming at the price of $39.99, which is pretty palatable. I would definitely say wait and see how the reviews turn out. A lot of these big budget PlayStation VR games that do try to emphasize the technical performance, the visuals, and just generally do try to be a bigger game, sometimes they don't turn out all too well. I'm hoping Blood and Truth does turn out to be a pretty good game. That's coming May 28th. Another game that's coming that some of you guys might not know about is American Fugitive. That'll be dropping May 21st. This is a game that I highly recommend you guys to know about. The only issue is I don't know what it's going to be priced at. I don't know if it's going to go for like a $39.99 price point, which might very well be the case, but the game itself looks really good, and it reminds me something similar to, say, Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars, and if you played Chinatown Wars, that probably inherently gets you pretty excited. But we'll wait and see with American Fugitive. That is coming May 21st. Layers of Fear is getting a sequel, and Layers of Fear 2 on May 28th. Layers of Fear 1 went on sale super quickly, even though it was a pretty cool survival horror game. Again, went on sale super quickly. I imagine Layers of Fear 2 will go down a similar path. And lastly, Crystal Crisis is dropping on May 28th. That is a fighting game that features an all-star cast of heroes that have gathered to test their mettle in a cute and chaotic new color-matching combat game. It's presented like a one-on-one fighting game, but instead of pressing buttons to kick and punch, you arrange falling gems into matching colors to clear them from the screen to inflict damage on your opponents. It's the ultimate puzzle battle throwdown. So it's got a fighting game presentation, but it's played more like a puzzler. I don't think this is going to be up a lot of your guys' alley, but it looks to be a pretty cute and charming game. Maybe down the line on a sale, that's when you pick up Crystal Crisis. Features a lot of iconic characters as well, like the Cave Story character and whatnot. Again, that'll be coming May 28th. And that's gonna conclude this video. Again, I know with a lot of these titles, I couldn't go really in depth on why I would say wait on a sale for, but I feel like I covered the highlighted games with a lot of depth, and why I would say games like Kingdom Come Deliverance, Royal Edition, Slay the Spire, and Team Sonic Racing are buys based on their pricing, based on the quality level I'm expecting, while a game like Rage 2 is a skip, even though that's the biggest game of May without a doubt. I just have a lot of skepticism with that game, and based on Bethesda's track record recently, their games generally are going on sale pretty quickly. But that's gonna conclude this video. Let us know, what games are you planning on buying in May? Again, this is just a guideline. You guys are gonna have your divisive opinion, so let us know in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.